Navigating trust and integrity. In a world where connections are crucial, yet often fraught with complications, understanding whom to trust and how to maintain integrity can be challenging. Trust is foundational in our personal and professional relationships, yet not everyone we encounter is worthy of it. The Stoics, with their emphasis on virtue, wisdom, and rationality, offer timeless advice on navigating trust and maintaining integrity. This script delves into the Stoic perspective on the types of people you should avoid, drawing from ancient wisdom to help you cultivate more meaningful and trustworthy relationships. By examining 9 specific types of people, we'll explore how their characteristics can undermine trust and integrity, and how Stoic principles can guide you in dealing with such individuals. Through understanding these types and applying Stoic wisdom, you can safeguard your own values and build more authentic and supportive connections. 1. The manipulative individual, mastering deception. One of the most toxic personalities is the manipulative individual, someone who uses deceit and cunning to achieve their ends. They are adept at exploiting others' weaknesses, bending truths, and creating false narratives to suit their agendas. These individuals are often charming and persuasive, making it difficult to see through their facades. From a Stoic perspective, manipulative individuals are dangerous because they lack integrity. Stoicism teaches us that living a virtuous life requires honesty and transparency. Manipulators, on the other hand, embody the opposite. Their actions are driven by self-interest and a disregard for the well-being of others. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasizes the importance of seeing through deception. He teaches that we should focus on what is within our control and not be swayed by the deceitful actions of others. By recognizing the signs of manipulation, such as inconsistency in their words and actions, an excessive need for control, or a pattern of exploiting others, you can protect yourself from being misled. Practical application. When dealing with someone who exhibits manipulative traits, it's crucial to maintain a clear boundary and not allow yourself to be swayed by their charm. Trust your instincts and evaluate their actions based on their consistency and alignment with your values. Engaging with them cautiously and critically will help you avoid falling victim to their schemes. 2. The envious person, the thief of joy. Envy is a destructive emotion that can sour relationships and erode trust. An envious person is someone who harbors resentment and jealousy toward others' success or happiness. This individual's negative emotions often manifest as subtle undermining, backhanded compliments, or passive-aggressive behavior. In Stoicism, envy is seen as a moral failing that reflects a lack of self-contentment. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, spoke of the importance of focusing on one's own growth rather than being envious of others. He believed that envy arises from comparing oneself to others and failing to appreciate one's own virtues and achievements. An envious person not only struggles with their own dissatisfaction, but also projects these feelings onto others. They may attempt to diminish your accomplishments or create conflicts to feel better about their own shortcomings. Practical application. Recognize the signs of envy, such as someone frequently downplaying your achievements or showing a lack of genuine happiness for your successes. Protect your self-esteem by surrounding yourself with supportive individuals who celebrate your growth. Practice empathy, understanding that their envy is a reflection of their own struggles, not a commentary on your worth. 3. The narcissist, the self-centered manipulator. Narcissists are characterized by their excessive self-centeredness and need for admiration. They have an inflated sense of their own importance and a lack of empathy for others. Their relationships are often superficial, as they see people primarily as tools to boost their self-esteem or achieve their goals. From a Stoic viewpoint, narcissists embody the antithesis of virtue. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment comes from acting with integrity and caring for others. Narcissists, however, are primarily concerned with themselves, leading them to exploit and manipulate those around them. Epictetus advises focusing on what is within your control and avoiding being affected by the actions of others who do not align with your values. With narcissists, this means setting clear boundaries and not allowing their self-centered behavior to influence your sense of self-worth. Practical application. Interacting with a narcissist can be draining and disheartening. Protect your own well-being by limiting your exposure to their manipulative behavior. Establish firm boundaries and engage with them in a way that minimizes their impact on your self-esteem. Understanding that their behavior is a reflection of their own issues can help you maintain perspective and avoid internalizing their negative traits. The constant critic, the destroyer of confidence. A constant critic is someone who finds fault in everything and everyone, often to the point of undermining others' confidence and self-worth. Their critiques are not constructive, but rather serve to elevate their own sense of superiority or control. In Stoic philosophy, constant criticism is seen as a sign of insecurity and a lack of virtue. Stoicism teaches us to evaluate criticism with discernment and to focus on our own values and principles. Constant critics often project their own shortcomings onto others, using criticism as a defense mechanism against their own insecurities. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, advises that we should not be swayed by the negative opinions of others, especially when they are not based on constructive feedback. Instead, we should focus on self-improvement and remain steadfast in our own principles. Practical application. When faced with a constant critic, it's important to evaluate the intent behind their words. Is their criticism meant to help you grow, or is it driven by their own insecurities? Learn to discern constructive feedback from baseless negativity and maintain your confidence by staying true to your values and achievements. 5. The drama queen-king, the source of unnecessary chaos. The drama queen or king thrives on creating turmoil and conflict. Their lives are filled with exaggerated crises and emotional outbursts, often drawing others into their chaotic world. They seek attention and validation through drama, often at the expense of those around them. Stoicism teaches that drama and unnecessary chaos are distractions from a life of virtue and inner peace. The Stoics believed that tranquility comes from focusing on what is within our control and not being drawn into external turmoil. Individuals who thrive on drama often lack the self-awareness and discipline to manage their own emotions and actions. Marcus Aurelius advises focusing on maintaining inner peace and not being swayed by external disturbances. Engaging with dramatic individuals can pull you away from your own path of virtue and peace. Practical application. To handle someone who thrives on drama, it's essential to maintain emotional detachment and avoid becoming embroiled in their crises. Set clear boundaries and avoid feeding into their need for attention. By staying grounded in your own values and focusing on what you can control, you can minimize the impact of their chaos on your life. 6. The self-serving opportunist, the exploiter of trust. A self-serving opportunist is someone who exploits relationships for personal gain, often without regard for others' needs or feelings. They are quick to take advantage of opportunities for their own benefit and may manipulate situations to their advantage. Stoicism values integrity and mutual respect in relationships. An opportunist, by contrast, is driven solely by self-interest, and lacks a commitment to genuine reciprocal connections. This behavior undermines trust and can lead to exploitative dynamics in relationships. Epictetus teaches that we should be cautious about whom we trust, focusing on individuals who demonstrate virtue and integrity. Self-serving opportunists are often skilled at masking their true intentions, making it essential to remain vigilant and discerning. Practical application. When dealing with a self-serving opportunist, be cautious about sharing personal information or relying on them for support. Observe their actions and ensure that their behavior aligns with their words. Protect yourself by establishing clear boundaries and engaging with individuals who demonstrate genuine integrity and respect. 7. The pessimist, the eroder of optimism. Pessimists are characterized by their tendency to see the negative side of every situation. Their outlook on life is often gloomy, and they may consistently focus on potential problems rather than solutions. This negativity can be draining and can undermine your own sense of optimism and motivation. In Stoicism, pessimism is viewed as a distortion of reality, driven by irrational fears and anxieties. The Stoics advocate for focusing on the present moment and accepting that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses. Pessimists, however, allow their fears and anxieties to dominate their outlook, impacting their interactions with others. Seneca emphasizes the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective and not allowing negative thinking to cloud your judgment. Engaging with pessimists requires resilience and a strong sense of self to avoid being influenced by their negativity. Practical application. When interacting with a pessimist, it's crucial to protect your own optimism and perspective. Engage with them compassionately, understanding that their negativity stems from their own fears. However, avoid letting their outlook affect your own mindset or decisions. Maintain a positive perspective by focusing on solutions and opportunities rather than dwelling on potential problems. 8. The overly competitive individual, the rival in disguise. An overly competitive individual is someone who views relationships and interactions as a zero-sum game. They constantly strive to outdo others, often at the expense of collaboration and mutual support. Their competitiveness can lead to conflicts and a lack of genuine connection. From a Stoic perspective, excessive competition detracts from the value of cooperation and mutual growth. Stoicism teaches that the goal of life is to cultivate virtue and contribute positively to the world, not to view others as rivals to be defeated. Excessive competitiveness undermines the spirit of mutual respect and shared progress. Marcus Aurelius advises focusing on personal growth and contributing to the common good rather than engaging in competitive dynamics. Building meaningful relationships requires a spirit of collaboration and support rather than rivalry. Practical application. When dealing with an overly competitive individual, foster an environment of collaboration and mutual respect. Focus on finding common ground and shared goals rather than competing with them. By emphasizing cooperation and shared success, you can build more supportive and meaningful relationships. 9. The indecisive person. The waster of time. An indecisive person struggles to make decisions, often leading to delays, uncertainty, and frustration. Their inability to commit to a course of action can affect not only their own progress, but also impact those who rely on them. In Stoic philosophy, indecisiveness is seen as a failure to act with clarity and purpose. The Stoics emphasize the importance of rational decision-making and taking decisive action based on one's principles and values. Indecisive individuals often lack the confidence or clarity needed to make effective decisions, leading to a lack of progress and direction. Epictetus advises making decisions based on reason and not being paralyzed by uncertainty. By focusing on what you can control and taking decisive action, you can overcome the paralysis of indecision and move forward with confidence. Practical application. When dealing with an indecisive person, encourage them to clarify their values and priorities to make more informed decisions. Support them in breaking down their choices into manageable steps and focus on taking action rather than dwelling on uncertainties. By fostering a proactive approach, you can help them overcome indecision and move toward greater clarity and progress. Navigating relationships with Stoic wisdom. Navigating relationships in a world filled with various personalities and behaviors requires a keen understanding of trust and integrity. The Stoic traits of wisdom, self-discipline, and rationality provide invaluable guidance in dealing with different types of people. By applying these principles, you can safeguard your own values, build meaningful connections, and maintain a sense of inner strength and clarity. Understanding the 9 types of individuals to avoid: manipulative individuals, envious people, narcissists, constant critics, drama queens, kings, self-serving opportunists, pessimists, overly competitive individuals, and indecisive people, can help you navigate social interactions with greater discernment. Each type poses unique challenges, but with Stoic wisdom as your guide, you can approach these relationships with a balanced perspective and make choices that align with your values and goals. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, to act with integrity, and to cultivate inner strength. By applying these teachings to our relationships, we can build a life marked by trust, respect, and genuine connection. Remember that while you may not have control over the behavior of others, you always have control over your own actions, responses, and choices. Through self-awareness, rationality, and a commitment to virtue, you can navigate relationships with confidence and create a life of authenticity and fulfillment. The journey to mastering trust and integrity is ongoing, but with Stoic principles as your foundation, you can face the challenges with resilience and clarity. Embrace these teachings, apply them to your interactions, and watch as you cultivate stronger, more meaningful relationships built on trust, respect, and mutual growth.